Yo, what's up? So I finally got the record, which is pretty awesome. I wanted to go over the run and kind of talk about some of the things that happened during it, what I was thinking, and basically all that stuff. So this is just a recap video. Now, first of all, I have to address the time. It was 3 minutes 2 seconds. So the old record was 3 minutes 10 seconds. So I did get the record, which is pretty awesome. I got it on my first sub 4. It's kind of a shame that it wasn't sub 2. I mean, sorry, obviously not sub 2. I meant sub 3. It wasn't sub 3. Uh, I missed out by like 2.5 seconds. It's okay. That's part of speedrunning. Um, there weren't really any huge glaring time losses that were 2.5 seconds, which is good. There was one strategy I could have done, which in this case would have probably brought it under 3 minutes. And I will talk about that when we get to it. So first of all, 500 spawn. Like, this is kind of crazy. The fact that I spawned at 500 and there was a stronghold village is pretty rare. Obviously, I didn't spawn at 500. I spawned at 600. Spawning there, I know that if there is a village, it's going to be a higher X. So to the left, right? I can see running to it that there is a cleric house and also a blacksmith. So basically everything you could ask for. I get the wheat here just in case there is no food in the blacksmith. Of course, the thing about this run is that you can duplicate items, and of course you can skip the end fight. So I end up doing both of those. There is just gold. That's the annoying thing about this run. There is gold, there is food, but there is absolutely no iron. There's no trace of iron anywhere. So what I do first is I just trade with this cleric guy. So actually I see him on the left side of my screen right here. When I'm looking for him in his house, I do see him out of the corner of my eye. So I kind of realize that I saw him and I go over there and trade with him. Now, the thing about this is that I should have kept some extra emeralds and maybe tried to trade with the actual blacksmith guy for iron tools. Then you can smelt those iron tools in a furnace and get iron that way. Now, usually that's a slower option, so I didn't do it. I kind of didn't have any emeralds left over at that point anyway. I do see the blacksmith guy here, though, and I kind of realized at this point maybe I should have done it. But at this point, I've already committed to just going in the well and digging down. Now, of course, for those who don't know, strongholds can spawn under the well. They always spawn directly under it in this version, if they're there. There's only around a 10% chance that they would actually be there. So again, I'm digging. I'm hoping to find some iron. I dig into more water. It's kind of hard to see, but I dig into another kind of water lake here. So I use buttons to make an air pocket and just kind of find the stronghold. It's very high up. I was kind of hoping that I would dig through some iron ore or something, but no, it was just like right there. There's actually a creeper like pretty much in the starter staircase. I don't really notice it at the time, although I did kind of hear it sound. So now I'm kind of looking on my screen, which is a lot higher like quality than this video. I can already see that this is a storeroom which can have a chest, which could have iron, and I can even see like all the way back there a couple pixels of like the silverfish spawner. So at this point I already know that the silverfish spawner is that way. So now I'm looking for the chest. I see that the ladder is here, so it has to be on the opposite corner. Have a little trouble going for this, but it does have iron, which is really nice. And then I decide to also get the apples. Now, I want to make golden apples, and I do end up doing that. They were kind of a time loss because I never actually ate any sort of food in this run, which, it's unusual. I was kind of playing it safer. I still didn't have a sub 4 at this point, so of course I'm going to make golden apples. I lose a little bit of time trying to get this water here. Somehow I just couldn't click it. I swear I did it correctly, but whatever. I run through a creeper, I run through a witch, just kind of like going as fast as I can. I already knew that this the portal room was here because I saw it earlier. Kill the silverfish, get started on the portal build, which is pretty standard. I mean, at this part actually I'd make a small mistake. I grabbed this left lava here. I was trying to grab the middle one, which is what I normally do, So I grabbed that left lava, and then later I tried to get the left lava again to light the portal, but I had already taken it. So I just go for this corner one instead, which, you know, fine, tiny time loss. It doesn't light instantly, but it lights pretty fast. So at this point, this is a 223 enter with Pearl. This is good, but it's not like, it's nothing special, you know? I've had maybe 10 enters around the same, like within 5 seconds of this one. And my best one is a 155, and I could have even had faster uh, with like a crazy overworld that I got a few days ago, but it wasn't actually, it was not a normal run because of some weird glitches. Anyway, I spawn in, I see the fort. So this basically goes from 0 to 100. Like, I see the literal blaze spawner, like right there, 1 pearl away. And I realized, like, okay, at this moment, this went from like, oh, this is just another mid, like, run, right? To like, okay, this is the record unless I screw something up. So obviously the nerves kick in a little bit. I haven't warmed up at all at this point. This was my 24th reset of the day, which means like I went to sleep, woke up, went to school, came back, sat down, started playing a bit of Minecraft for maybe like 5 minutes, and then I rolled a seed. So I'm not warmed up. It's a bit nerve wracking at this point. I make a little bit of a mechanical mistake there, like I get lost in the sauce and kind of fall down, but it's okay, just a tiny time loss. Kill this guy. He drops. I don't actually realize that he drops for a second because it's kind of hidden, like with the mushroom and his leg. Like I didn't really see it, so I went to kill the other guy as well. But then I do pick it up. So I realized that, you know, let's go. I do not actually sprint once in this nether. I don't know why. Maybe my fingers were off or something. Like I tried to sprint. I did not sprint a single time in this nether. And then here, I actually have 2 pearls left. I want to, for the fastest like crafting split, I want to just make both of them into eyes instantly. But here's the trouble. I threw this pearl like so close to the portal that I thought for a second it might actually go in the portal. And when that happens, the pearl just kind of disappears. It never lands. So I was hesitant to craft both of my pearls into eyes at that point, because if I do that, then the run is just dead. Like, if I do that and this pearl disappears, then the run is literally dead. So I wait for a second here until I hear that the pearl landed, at which point, you know, it's just like, it's right there. I just have to craft these eyes, duplicate them, and then re-enter. I have a very clean portal fill here. This is super clean. Quickly just make sure I pick this up, which I do. Jump up, place it, and that's the run. So yeah, again, crazy. I can't believe it was on a seed like that, where the iron was literally so, like, such a terrible iron situation on that seed. This, I think with iron in the blacksmith, this would have been like sub 240, just because the amount of time I lost to like having to craft it down here and then run back and get the water. I lost a lot of time, but it's crazy. I'm pretty happy with it, even though I think it could have been sub 3. Like, it's not that good of a seed, and I think most people probably don't get like world record on this, so I'm pretty happy with myself that, you know, I played it well. I didn't get too nervous that I choked or anything. And finally, after all the time, I finally have the record, which is really nice. So yeah, thanks for watching. As you can tell, I'm a little bit sick right now, but, you know, it's all good because I have the record, which is awesome. So yeah, thank you.